This is the sad situation of Ullens School in Lalitpur. So we're gonna have a look and see what the situation is like inside. यो सबै मेटल स्ट्रक्चर त होइन होला नि, बीचको मात्र जुन कोल्याप्स भएको।
It's worse than yesterday when we were here. It just keeps sinking.
Right. So यो ठाउँ चाहिँ बीचको कोर्टयार्ड भएकोले अलिकति कमजोर किसिमले बनाएको थियो मेटल स्ट्रक्चर। This is the cafeteria. So यतापट्टि चाहिँ RCC structure भएकोले it's fared better. यहाँ चाहिँ सबै मेटल स्ट्रक्चर भएकोले it just gave way. त्यही त मेटल कलम्समा डेकिङ सिट राखेर गरेर रहेछ। So yeah, there's a failure here. Either the bolts gave way in the beams or something gave way and it just fell down. तर यो ठाउँ चाहिँ कोर्टयार्ड भएकोले अलिकति obviously यस्तो हुन्छ भनेर कल्पना गरेको थिएन। It was made a little bit weak compared to the rest of the structure. Damage assessment. Oh, very sad to see. guess यो concrete ले बनाएको चाहिँ यो एउटा पनि फाइदा हो. At least the structure can withstand more heat. Hence, the structure is fine. Yeah, definitely need to have some hard hats for people visiting here. Although things look like it's stabilized, but you never know. Things might just fall and people might get injured. Oh dear Lord. Very sad, very sad. There's a lot of learning for architects for sure on how to rebuild. For intentional riots, there's not much, but using fire sprinklers, maybe even avoiding metal structures, using materials which are not flammable. And yeah, this glass is a nasty one, but if there's an alternative to glass, minimizing glass, the usage of glass, and using much stronger material, definitely adds to the cost. I guess these acoustic ceilings also haven't fared very well. Right, that used to be the floor plan. This is the shape of the courtyard. Yeah, you can definitely see the metal beams collapsed. I guess your span, we'll check it out in a bit, but I guess the span was quite a lot. Probably the central column, the answer. But it was just too much. The heat melted away probably some bolts that led to the collapse of the entire structure. Very sad. Let's go to the next floor. This is the state of the labs. I guess the fire didn't reach to this level, so it's in a little bit better state. So we are at the ground, first, second, third, fourth. I'm on the third floor. Yeah, this side had a lot of fire, and looks like cement board wall. So cement board wall by Ullens. It didn't really catch fire, but the insulation. And gypsum, the acoustic ceilings, and just broke apart. You can see that the glass will also hasn't really caught fire. It just got some black marks, but I guess due to the intense heat it just crumbled apart. Just broke away really, because the heat reached beyond its structural limits. So what does that mean? Although it's very easy to build partition walls using cement board and gypsum board, they don't seem to fare very well. In big fires. Samantha Paila with the architects of the building, I would take out the plans and then have a group of structural engineers, architects go around the building and give or rather make a structural assessment, damage assessment. I mean, although the whole building is damaged. And then identify the insecure areas structurally and areas which can't really be walked on and so on. And then make a response plan. The first would be to, of course, salvage whatever that can be salvaged. Put in places where it's safe, because there are so many things that are still usable. And then basically strip the building bare, remove all the debris. Strip it bare and then start rebuilding. Of course, side by side, the finance part is there on how to rebuild. So let's go to the next floor. So structurally, things are still fine. The main skeleton of the building is still fine. Although only the false ceiling tiles and obviously the furnitures need to be replaced.
When you roughly look at it, so how much time are you giving this to remake, to rebuild?
Anything from 6 to 12 months, let's say.
6 to 10 months.
Time लाग्छ. अब यो दसैँ तिहार छठ भनेपछि 3 महिना त के गर्नै सक्दैन. इनफ्याक्ट जुनै पनि normal construction doesn't happen. And after that it can happen. So at least यो दसैँ तिहार छठमा चाहिँ all these assessments should happen. So यो त हेर्दाखेरि it looks fine हैन यतातिर चाहिँ.
Somebody's pulled out a seat.
So can't really see because it's very dark, but at least the auditorium looks fine. Construction takes time, so at least यो दसैँ तिहार भित्र चाहिँ यो assessment, यो salvage गर्ने materials जुन बच्छ हैन. Like for instance, this hall seems fine.
Yeah.
Not much to be done here. तर कुनै चाहिँ अब like the labs you know, you need to take the stuff out and put it somewhere safe. And then rebuild the things that needs to be rebuilt. So यो दसैँ तिहार भित्र चाहिँ all the preparation गर्नु सक्यो भने even of the financial part as well हैन. अनि ठ्याक्क द तिहार सक्न साथ if the rebuilding can start, I think that's how I would approach this. Main त्यो basement को गाडीहरुले गरेर I mean it was like a furnace त्यहाँ. म as I mentioned आएको थिएँ यहाँ. The गाडीहरु टायर डिजल all that जलेकोले अनि त्यसले गरेर त्यो स्ट्रक्चरल कोल्याप्स भयो तल त्यो मेटलको. So can't really see. It's very dark, but at least the auditorium looks fine. Alright, so it's pretty dark. Your emergency access, although we do build it with metal, seems that this is fine. It is out of the fire area. Good to see the plants still green. We should just, and I hope it stays green. Not sure if people are here to water it, but yeah, all these things should be salvaged. Fire hydrant bunny. I guess it's useless. No water coming out. Right, so the roof looks intact. definitely the choices of materials in sensitive buildings have to be more carefully planned so that it doesn't burn. As you can see here, it's probably plywood backing. Some veneer has been applied, which is obviously very flammable. You can see these plywood ceilings that have just come down. Yeah. So due to the heat, the tiles also have given way. So all the tiles need to be changed in the areas where it's damaged. See water has just gone inside of the damaged area. Railings still seem to be holding up. That used to be the reception. Very sad. Let me have a good idea now on the damage. As I mentioned, I mean, good that the concrete has survived all this. Metal beach portion has collapsed. So it's definitely doable reconstructing the building, but it's going to take time, and I guess the children don't have time. But yeah, very sad to see. Oh dear, looks like a war zone here. गाडीहरू unsafe हुन्छ भनेर यहाँ पार्क गरेर राखे. But instead, this is what happened to all of them. So as you can see here, this is the concrete portion, which is fine. But oh my gosh, यहाँ पनि the concrete has given way, and you can see the bare rebars, exposed rebars. So I'm a bit curious. This is definitely a concrete structure. So yeah, it definitely looks like the dhalan, it gave way. So this actually needs to be remade. So right beneath where the cars burned for several hours, the heat just gave way. But I'm glad the upper concrete portion from the rebars still hanging on. But yes, this also needs to be redone. I thought it was only the portion where the metal collapsed, but no, I mean, even here it looks pretty bad. It's actually not safe. Definitely a hard hat area, and as less people walk on top, be better. You never know, kati weak parts and just collapse on top. definitely यो एरियामा अलिक धेरै ड्यामेज भएको छ this area over here and here. Right, so this entire structure gave way. It's quite a heavy structure actually. Not sure if it was properly designed, but yeah, I mean these columns look tiny compared to the beam. So classic example of not to have a small column as compared to the load above the beams. And yeah, so that's the culprit. So these beams in the middle gave way. You can see the bolts there. So they say that the structure is as strong as the weakest joint. So that over there would be the weakest joint. And once it came loose, it just all fell down. Very sad to see. Not a very safe area to be in, but let me just quickly go to the other side and I think go below the concrete as well. See how the lines is a little bit better. Oh dear Lord. Look at that. Must be more than 50 vehicles here. Right. We just gave way at the middle section. Yeah, it's a massive span. It looks like a massive span. A lot of weight above, and obviously the heat kind of sealed its fate. So you can see again here in this picture, the beams were held up, joint rather, in the middle by these few bolts, which just gave way. Oh dear Lord. Right. So you can see all the exposed rebars there. That means the ground floor needs to be carefully looked at. And the areas which have exposed rebars, well, one way is obviously demolish the entire thing and build it again, and the second would be to retrofit it. That's also an option. If you don't want to break all the rebars, I mean the talan. Very sad to see. त्यो बिम्सहरू चाहिँ अलिकति यसको स्प्यानै धेरै भयो यो metal structure को. And yeah, these guys give way, as you can see, just give way. I mean, it's just sheared right in the middle. Let's get out. Guess this vehicle is the lucky one. Just looks like that, more or less. Right, I guess this could also be refurbished, or maybe not. Very satisfying. It's probably the only vehicle that I've seen still has Ullens School logo on it. The Survivor. Building to the side, what's recently built, should be easier to rebuild this one quickly. It's a metal structure, but I guess they want too much furniture here. It got burnt up to bring this structure down. The spans also look pretty well without any joints in the middle, hence it held up quite well. So you'll say this could be their temporary office for sure to fix this. So this glass, you be careful, that needs to be brought down. Yeah, I think definitely get this building back and running. From the house. Don't have to really. Yep, so normal glass has been used. Definitely should use tempered glass. path is in place. It doesn't fall down like this. ECs. Can you imagine the heat? The compressor fans are all melted away. And this structure looks fine. Burnt on that far end, but the roof looks fine and intact. Yeah, mainly because of the vehicles burning and the huge heat that it generated was the reason for the collapse. So I guess in future emergency preparedness plans definitely just have to be a bit careful. Yeah. Yeah, not having vehicles all stacked, hoping that it's safe, is not a good idea during emergencies. And definitely looks like this metal structure was hastily built. I need to see probably pictures of how it was before, but yeah, it looks like the columns are very thin. The beams, obviously the beam span is quite long, and the joint in the middle all at the same place was definitely not a good idea. Have it be interlock, or rather have it in different places could have helped. Okay. Very sad to see, but yeah, the concrete looks good and the columns look good. Khali ground floor to slab matra needs to be retrofitted. So that overhang is also very fragile. Although we have people just walking, I don't think this is the proper way to go about it. I mean, you never know, it could just collapse.